You know, I agree with you, and this next band, the Rats, what about them? They got some girls in the band, right?
Just one. Just Inez, who was incidentally in the Damn Broads. She's a really kick-ass guitar player, and she also sings. She's raw, and
you know, I see a lot of her Facebook posts that she makes, because she does a lot of those stories things, like when you're on your stories on Facebook. And every time I see her name, I'm like, God, I can't believe I fucked it up when I said their band's name. I still can't believe it. And I see it all the time now. And it's funny.
I've actually never met anyone else with that name, so I could see anybody forgetting how to pronounce it.
Well, I also said progeny earlier before we started the podcast, and you corrected me and said progeny. So I'm used to saying things wrong. And as my buddy KP would say, he's not on the podcast right now, hooked on phonics did not work for me. That's his favorite thing to say because I always screw things up. I always screw up things.
That's an old one.
Yeah. Well, we're old.
You gotta be our age to remember that.
What month's your birthday?
July.
So you're older than me.
Oh.
By 2 months.
Okay.
I'm September. Dude, let's play the Rats. I say we play them right now. What do you think?
Let's get drunk tonight.
I gotta tell you right now, Stephanie, I really like that song. I really like that song. It's fast. It's only 54 seconds long. It's in your face. And okay, so my love is punk, and my favorite punk is, there's two punks that I love. I like rockabilly, and I like in your face, fast, slap you around a little bit, punk rock.
They're very great live. They're very high energy. I was happy because that particular song that you just played, they asked me to shoot a music video for them. So if you are on YouTube, The Rats, Let's Get Drunk Tonight. And I'm actually glad that they chose that particular song because we went to a bar and shot a video with all their friends and I don't know. I get along with them very well.
I am definitely going to check out that music video tonight after we end this podcast because I want to see it. It's only 50 seconds, like 54 seconds long. What do you got to lose? I mean, it must have been a really fast music shoot, right?
No.
took
we had
2 weeks.
Locations. We went to their practice spot, which is in like an old warehouse in New Haven, Connecticut. And then, so I took a bunch of different angles, so we went through the song a bunch of times, and then we did more of a relaxed thing at this bar called Three Sheets in New Haven, and I was just walking around filming people having a good time, and it wasn't anything with them playing at that point, but I was there for hours, and then had to go through, I think I took too much, I made too much work for myself. Because I only had 50 seconds to like spread all that stuff in there.
Oh, man.
So that was my own fault. But it was fun, though. Because you walk around with a camera, people start talking to you. They start asking questions, and then you get to meet a whole bunch of new people. And that at that point, I was just really starting to become good friends with them. And Jeffrey, who is one of the singers and the other guitar player.
Yeah, that is, you know, I don't think a lot of people think about when you have 50 seconds to fit a whole video in a song. Like, and you have to, if you have to do a lot, you got to make it quick, and there might be some editing and stuff. So I've never shot a music video. I'm sure that's not super easy to do.
It was the first one I ever did. It was something I wanted to try because I love doing. I do like videography and photography too, and I like making like little promo videos and stuff. But I wanted to try that because I do love shooting. Like my favorite photography to shoot is live bands. That is my favorite.
You can come shoot my podcast. I mean, it's not that interesting.
I gotta get all the way to Oklahoma.
Come on. It's not that. Well, it is kind of far, but you could do it. But really, I could just Zoom video it, and it'd be the same thing. But I'm trying to get Netflix to do a series on me. Why? They're not going to. They're not responding. But I'm letting them know anyways.
Bastards.
Do a series on me. All right, look. Before we play Public Serpents, I do want to talk about Tsunami Bomb real quick because they're supposed to be on the podcast. As we know, bands kind of flake out sometimes. But
yes,
I don't think they're going to, and I'm really excited about them. I think Tsunami Bomb's a staple in the punk rock industry. They've been around for a long time, and they have a huge following. And I think they're like, you're from the Bay Area, or you're not from the Bay Area, you're from the East Coast area. They're from the Bay Area. But their music resonated the punk rock scene. That's what I think.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk to them and find out, give me a little bit of info on what it's like to be in the scene over there. Because I'm an East Coast girl. I want to know what it's like to be a West Coast girl.
Yeah, that'd be a really good question to ask them too. So we're gonna get you on the podcast with Tsunami Bomb. That's the plan. And so I'm excited about that. I know you're excited about that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a great show. Okay, you got limited time. You got like 8 minutes left, girl, before you got to get off the podcast.
Oh crap.
So yeah. Tell me about Public Serpents real quick. The song's name is what's the song name? Armageddon something. My handwriting sucks.
All right. Okay. Public Serpents is the band of. I'm in this. My band Sonorous Rising is signed to a label called 10 City Records. The song's called Armageddon Stomp. It's featuring David Nazzaro, who is the singer of Suicide Machines. And they're a band out of Jersey. They just so happen to be the drummer of Choking Victims' new band. And that drummer, Squirt Gun, is also the owner of the label that Sonorous Rising is on. So they are our label mates. This is, they're like a ska, what they call crack rock steady, which is a type of ska punk.
Okay, and the name of the record label is Tent City Records.
Yes.
Perfect.
And the Rats are also on that record label too.
Cool. Yeah. You know what? You need to get me in touch with the people from Tent City Records and maybe play some of their other bands. I would love to have a podcast with the owner of Tent City Records and you on as well. Listen, everybody, I want Stephanie... I want her to do a lot of podcasts with me because I feel she has an important presence. She's also fun to talk to. We like to laugh a little bit, make some jokes. And I think the more you're on here, the more jokes. I love making fun of people. I love when people make fun of me. So I think that we can have that humor because I can just... People what people don't get is they listen to a podcast, but they don't always see your mannerisms.
No.
And mannerisms... speak louder. Like, sometimes I'll laugh, and people are like, why is he laughing? It's because I see something that they're not seeing somebody else on a Zoom call.
Yeah, because we're on Zoom. We can see each other.
Exactly.
I'm looking at your face as you're speaking to me. And my hands are going crazy all over the place. Nobody can see that.
Hey, how do you like my haircut?
I didn't even know. I didn't know.
You see? People don't know. I got no hair.
Just have that hat on.
Because I have no hair. You know, if I shave it real nice, though, with the big, it looks really good. I just haven't shaved it in like a week. So that's pretty embarrassing.
You gotta get one of those racer cars that it's got little wheels on it and you just glide it along your head. But it's shaped like a car. I've seen it.
I got a good story about a guy that told me one time. I'm not going to say it tonight, but he told me you look a lot better with your hat on than with your hat off. That led to a whole situation we're not talking about on the podcast, but I'll tell you in private. Let's play Public Serpents right now.
Don't come up in this place. I got to know where you and your crew. Not playing out the day, doing all for you. Not seen much better days in this one. Never got the same one. Yeah, your day in my head. This tragedy began. That's all right. That's the right by time and time. Proud stay beats in town. Bringing it, pound for pound and taking down and down. So I can test the teachings of this rude boy. Start your attack, push through the safety that's up and down. The greatest show and the planet of the beach. For the army of the flies and the locust message. And through the lives, it's bad to retreats. A sweating boat comes to humanity. We're forced in the streets. Gotta do what I gotta do when it comes to what I see or what I see. I don't approve. It made it just one move. And without any quarter cross to one fell swoop. Not safer, better days in this way. Never got the same one. Yeah, okay, my head. This tragedy began. That's all right. This story, right, time and time and time and time. If you want to be a slave, don't wait with a gun in your hand. Give me night and every day. If you want to be a slave, don't wait. I'm pushing into the winds, they don't think out to run and breathe. If you want to be a slave, don't wait with a gun in your hand. Give me night and every day. If you want to be a slave, don't wait. Bring it to the rest, so you think how you run. It's all a lie. We're not saying more better days in this one. We're not saying more better days in this one. We're not saying more better days in this one. We're not saying more better days in this one.
Yep, I definitely like that song. That is so cool. Stephanie, I know you got to get out of here. Thank you so much for being on the podcast tonight. I hope you enjoyed your time.
It's my pleasure. I will be on whenever you like.
You know I'm going to call you here after we end this.
Okay.
So I will talk with you about it. I'll give you a call here in a little bit. Thanks for being on the podcast, everybody. Tonight was a punk rock show. We did just punk music. I know we're supposed to play some metal bands when we do another just musical podcast, but we will get to that, I promise. Tonight we had some other plans. It didn't work out. Stephanie was on. We decided to do punk rock, so love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And thanks for listening to the podcast, The Loud Spot with Sebastian, Stephanie Sutera, Sonorous Rising. Check them out.
Bye.
Right? Goodbye.